a little bit today about what it actually takes in order to drive change in your life. And depending on who you are, change can mean a lot of things. I mean, change to me, when I went through my own journey, meant releasing self doubt, recognizing I was deserving of having all of the blessings and anything I could cultivate in my own life. It meant knowing that I could have love for myself. It meant accepting the past and releasing it. That for me is what change meant. And ultimately recognizing and realizing the true potentiality that the universe had to offer to me if only I took a minute to realize just how powerful I was. Change for me also meant taking my power back and not allowing my life to be dictated by the expectations of other people. So for you, change could mean a very, very different thing. We're all very unique and amazing and incredible different human beings, and that's what makes us so amazing. So for you, you have to define what change means for you. I talk about change and transformation a lot on here, but that's so individual. For me to really pinpoint and define it would be doing a disservice to you, because it's up to you to define what that means. But there is one thing across the board I truly feel like you need before you can even start to embrace change, whatever that definition is for you. And that is possibility. You have to believe in possibility. And what do I mean by that? You have to believe in your heart of hearts, deep within you, in your soul, that change is possible for you. Because so much of getting what it means to be stuck, what it means to be stagnant, not being able to, cultivate anything other than what is, staying in that same habitual lifestyle that you've been living day after day after day, where you kind of wake up, hit the play button, and you go about your day. Before you can start to change any of that, you have to recognize and realize that it's even a possibility. And I am here to tell you, I am here to share with you, my message for today is that anything you can put your mind to is possible. And I know that might seem cliche because, as we grow up, our parents say you can be anything you put your mind to, and you might say I want to be an astronaut. Your mom and dad are like, yes, absolutely, you can put your mind, whatever you want to be, you can put your mind to it and you can become it. So I think over the years it's kind of become one of those things we like roll our eyes at, like, okay, that's not really reality, Denise. That's just something that parents say to kids to not soul crush their dreams. Well, the thing is that parents had it right in telling their kids that and sharing that information and saying to them, whatever you put your mind to, you can have. That is the beautiful power of this universe, is that, and until you see it for yourself, until you start to go down the rabbit hole of how things come to be and how your vibration actually can attract the things that you want in your life, until you realize that atoms are actually 99.9% space, and everything that we know and everything that we see, everything around us is made of atoms, and it's all space. It's until you can wrap your mind around that, and I could go on about that for days, but I think it's up to you to be able to take on and recognize you're ready for that information and understanding just how powerful you are. Because I think we are taught, maybe not from our parents when they're sharing with you, like, hey, you can be anything that you want. But as we go through kind of like the school system and we start to embody societal expectations, we lose track of how powerful we are. We lose track of the fact that if we can conceptualize it, we can bring it into this reality. And further to that, if you can even think of something you might like, if you could even think of what you want in your life, it's already happening somewhere else. Otherwise, you wouldn't have the power to even think it. But before you can lean into that, before you can drive that change, you have to believe in possibility. You have to believe that you are a powerful being that is meant to be here on this earth, that is meant to cultivate the things in your life that you want for yourself. The universe wants to give it to you. And I mean, to me, universe is the terminology that I really resonate with. For some of you, it might be source. For some of you, it might be consciousness. For others, it might be God. Whatever it is, you have to have this sense that there is more to your life than what you're experiencing right now. That it is possible that you can tap into that potentiality and create it for yourself. But if you're having doubt in the back of your mind, if you're feeling like, oh, Denise, like, what are you talking about? You sound wild. I don't blame you. If you had asked me, 6, 7, 8 years ago, if this was my way of thinking, I would have been like, that is not the case. That is Impossible. I don't have that kind of power. It's just little old tiny me over here. I'm just one person. How can I cultivate anything for myself? But it's that type of thinking that continues to perpetuate you staying small, you staying exactly the way you are right now, day after day, doing the same set of activities for a lifetime. And the last thing I want for you is for you to not experience this world in all its majesty, for you not be able to drive the change that you want, whatever that definition was that I asked you in the beginning of this. Whatever it is you want to see in your life, you can start taking steps towards getting there. And while, yes, taking steps is one thing, it's also about raising your vibration and embodying positive radiance around you so that you can actually call in those things into your existence as well too. I talk a lot about increasing your vibration because we're magnetic beings as well too. So if you have a consistent low vibration of maybe shame or guilt or grief or self-doubt or anger, and I mean that is, if that is where you are right now, that is okay, because that's exactly where you need to be. But if you can shift and transmute out of that into a space of courage, of love, of embracing, embodying positivity, of understanding possibility, then that vibration starts to increase. Then you start matching with the universe. Then it starts coming towards you. It starts coming into your existence because you are calling it into your own body with your own vibration. But to me, all of this makes sense. And this is, I mean, to be honest with you, this is some of the work I do with my clients in Purposeful Insight. Believe it or not, yes, I am a counselor. Yes, there is a big therapeutic piece that I'm working with my clients in, but I'm also taking them through this shift and understanding how the universe works, how to increase their vibration, how to start cultivating the life that they want for themselves, and most of all, how to believe in possibility. So if that is something you are ready for, if you're watching this video and you're nodding along and you're like, holy cow, I want to learn all of that, please extend your hand. Reach out to me, send me a message. Let's have a chat. It's only a chat, I promise. It's only a chat until you decide this is what I want. But anyways, with that said, I hope you are happy, healthy, and abundant. And of course, make it a great day. Make it a great day. Make it a great day. Woo! Okay, let's get to it. I'll see you soon.